What's going on, guys? TmarTn here, and I'm bringing another episode of Jumps and Spots for Modern Warfare 3, and today we're going to be taking a look at the map Outpost, which is, honestly, it's one of my least favorite maps in the game, but I do have a couple little tricks that I wanted to share with you guys, so let's get started. Now, the first thing has to do with this warehouse here, which is pretty popular. You know, there's a major spawn point behind it, and in game types like TDM or S&D or Kill Confirmed or, you know, whatever it may be, teams like to camp in here, and they'll watch these doorways, they'll wait for you, and when you come around this corner, you're just going to be screwed because, you know, they're going to be waiting for you, they're going to be behind cover, and usually you're going to be the one to die. So if there's people camping in here that you want to take out, there's a couple things you can do. Number one is hop up on top of this little snow crawler tank type thing, and you can see through this window here, or you can jump from the hill over towards the propane tank and see through these windows. So both of these are pretty useful if you want to see inside this warehouse and take out any campers. Just make sure to use them. So moving over towards Domination. There's a couple cap spots for it. There's 3 of them to be exact. Right here, and over here. So it really just depends on where enemies are going to be coming from. You want to place yourself on the opposite side, and they'll protect you from nades, but really you still have to worry about enemies running up on you, which is better than having to worry about both. Now, moving on over towards the middle of the map, there's a pretty good jump spot. If you're out here in the middle and you want to get up to the top of the forklift building up here, what you can do is jump up on this hill, jump up on the ledge, jump to the crate, and jump in through the window, and you're good to go. You're up here. Another thing I like to do is if I know enemies are going to be coming through the airplane hangar over here, it's really tough to win your gunfights in this little shack, I guess you could call it. You know, enemies will sometimes be camping behind these barrels waiting for you, or they'll come around the corner spraying, or, you know, whatever it may be. They may be looking through the barrels like this, but it's hard to win all of these gunfights 100% of the time. So what I like to do is if I know enemies are going to be coming through here, I'll just hop up on this, hop over to the dumpster, kill them, and then move on about my day. So that's a pretty good spot if, like I said, if you know enemies are coming, but I wouldn't stay here for too long because you are out in the open. You know, people from the cave, people from Domination and stuff are going to be able to see you. So just get your couple of kills and move on. Now, moving towards Domination, there's a really good capture spot that not a lot of people know about. So, typically people will cap it next to this truck here. And this is pretty good. You know, it protects you from nades. It kind of cuts off the line of sight from the middle of the map. But a lot of enemies will still look there. You know, it's still kind of an obvious spot. They'll come around this corner, and they'll look on the ground, and bam, there you are. They'll take you out. But where I like to cap the flag is from inside the truck, in between the cab and the bed. If you go like this, and you can cap it right like this. So you are still kind of out in the open, but you can see over towards B-Dom and see the brand on the house. You can also, you know, it's a little bit sneakier. You know, enemies are going to be coming around the corner looking on the ground. They're not going to be looking inside the cab of the truck. So that's pretty useful. I use it quite a bit. Now, moving on towards B-Dom. This is one of the worst domination flags to cap in the game because, you know, enemies, I'm sure you guys know, will sit here like this and watch. They'll sit here like this and watch. Over on the other side, they'll sit behind these barrels. It's horrendous to try to cap this flag. As well as there's this big cliff next to it that enemies can just throw grenades or stuns or whatever off of, and they land right on top of the flag. So to cap it, you know, there's not too much of a technique. I mean, typically I like to get on the right side behind this tire to give me a little bit of cover, but other than that, you know, just kind of try to stick next to the Jeep after it's blown up and just say your prayers because it's pretty tough to cap it. Now, moving on back towards the middle of the map, I saved some of the best stuff for last. So, number one of which, if you're spawning on the ADOM side of the map and you want to get up to the top of the forklift building without having to go through the bottom, you know, maybe an enemy's camping in here, maybe they've got a claymore or something, instead of having to run up and jump over here, go around ADOM, take forever, finally get on the catwalk, and bam, you can go inside. What you can do is there's a couple ways to get up on this catwalk without doing that. Number one is if you jump up on top of these crates here and then jump up to the catwalk. Number two is if you jump over on top of these crates and then jump to, oops, I fell off, and then jump to the catwalk. And I failed that there. You kind of have to let your jump regenerate for a second, so just give it 1, 2, and then jump, and you're going to be good to go. You can get up here, which is pretty useful. Now, another thing is if you're up here and you know enemies are going to be coming from this warehouse and they may be running through here over towards the middle of the map, what you can do is if you're in here, you can jump up on the ledge and you have a nice little line of sight through this window slot, as well as this can be used to take out enemies who may be camping. You know, you can come up like this, stun them, jump up, and bam, you're good to go. You're inside. You can take them out. Now, the last thing I've got for you guys, I saved the absolute best spot for last, is a counter spot to this cave, and this cave is absolutely terrible. There are so many enemies that camp up there with snipers and Type 95s and M16s. So if you want to take these guys out, if you want to take out these campers, what you can do is jump up on this windowsill and look straight over into the cave through this top window. This is perfect, guys. There's no way they're gonna look for you here, and you can take them out with a long-range weapon, as well as if you have marksman on. This is just, it's such a good spot because there's no way they're gonna see you, and you can just take them out. You know, just shoot the tops of their heads, and you're gonna be good to go. So, anyway, guys, I believe that's just about all I've got for this map. So, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned something new, and if you guys want to check out one of the other 2 videos on screen, feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I got a lot of great stuff planned, and thanks for your support. I'll catch you all later, guys. See ya.